What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Kev on stage. With me, as always, I got my brother at Jason Fredericks. Say what's up.
What up, dude?
And Mr. Nate Jackson.
Hi, y'all.
All right, y'all. What we want to do today is explain my take. It's a new concept for us, a new show. We really enjoy it. Most of the people really enjoy it. But we want to give you guys kind of our vision and our feelings on it. Let's start with you, Nate Jackson. What is your take on my take?
I think My Take is a phenomenal idea that has similarly been done, but this is our take on that concept. I like that three people can come together and have conversation, whether they really feel that that is their take or they're giving that take for entertainment value. I really like this medium. Jason?
Jay?
My take is where three comedians come together, talk about things that are trending in the world. You know, a lot of times we look on Twitter, we'll see a story, and because everybody else is talking about it, we want to talk about it, sometimes in a comedic way, sometimes in a serious way, and we just want to give those thoughts to everybody else, and we want to interact and talk back with you guys in the comments, and so with our takes. So, you know, we know that some of it, you know, people don't like, and we understand that we're not going to be able to please everybody, but we want everybody to interact with the show and have a good time overall. So it is a new format. It's not even a week old, but we are going to continue to work to make the show great because the concept is amazing. Kev, what is your take on My Take?
You know, the way I feel about it, it's like what we do in the barbershop, right? When we're in the barbershop, we're talking about whatever is happening that day, sports, the world, whatever's on your mind. We're just like giving your point of view. And often in the barbershop, there's somebody who just has the most opposite point of view than you, and that's why you get the good arguments, like the best arguments when somebody, you know, doesn't agree with you, but they have valid points to support their argument. So that's what I like. So, and another thing I wanted to say, not a lot, but a couple comments has been, Kev, you should only have Christians on. I don't agree with that at all, because the world is full of people who have opinions, and most of these topics aren't even, you know, religion based. Like, you don't have to be a Christian to have an opinion on Kobe Bryant or accidental racist or the, you know, bus driver getting beat up. You know, you have an opinion, and as Christians, we should be able to hold conversations with other people. You know, we get into this bubble where we only talk with other Christians, and we're so out of touch with the world that we can't even reach somebody if we wanted to. So for this thing, we're just going to be talking about whatever is happening in the world, sports, pop culture, Twitter, whatever, because we do it on Twitter. We're just tweeting. This is just a video version of what happens on Twitter and or the barbershop. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of, you know, Around the Horn, but with black people, and it's not only sports based. So I think we have a good idea. And my last thing is, it's something that I haven't seen being done on YouTube. And for a while, I've been trying to figure out what could we do that's not being done on YouTube, because everything's being done already. So this is something that I haven't seen in this format, and definitely not with three black men as the main people. So that's kind of big for me, is to be like a trendsetter in at least this form on this medium, which is where we do most of our work.
And also,
guys, any other thoughts?
We want to interact with everybody. We have a lot of things planned for the show. Last week we did our first thing where we had special guests, you know, and those are also two, you know, big YouTube personalities with Shimon Shepard and Tori Hart. We have some people that are going to be lined up throughout, friends from the gospel industry, friends from the comedic world, and then also just regular fans. You know, when a fan sends us a story, we posted that story and we let her know, hey, we posted your story. Sometimes we're gonna have a fan day where we just bring a fan or a random person on that just wants to be on the show and sit in with us and talk, because we want to have a good time. Go ahead, Nate.
I was going to say, and also personalities from television, TV, and radio as well. People have expressed interest in doing it. My thing is that it's my take. Like, it's you have to understand my background when it comes to banter and a show like this. I've done 10 months of Foxhole Radio, which is a much more edgy show, and it's actually thought out. Like, even an ignorant take on something is thought out. Like, it's just to give you that other side of the conversation. You know what I mean? And some people hear the other side and they're like, that's not the way that the argument should be. You know what I mean? And it's like, you can't just shut that down. Like, that's the point of having good dialogue. And I have to apologize because I have come rougher, tougher, and, you know, sharper to some people's ears than they are used to hearing, I guess, in daily conversation, and especially on Kevin's channel where he doesn't normally put the edgy content on. So I want to apologize. And I know some of you guys are like, I don't care what you say. I done already heard what you had to say. But understand that that's not real. That is not real. That is not the real me. Like, if you understood me and you knew me is, like, what is it? If you know me is to love me, that's what it is. So I want to clear up two things. I mean, should I take the floor this long to clear up my two?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I said in the conversation about race, I said Darky McDarks. Now, I know that's terrible. Who wouldn't know that's terrible? I am not a monster. I went on the comments and read, and it was like, Nate is going to hell, and he's a demon, and Kevin, don't ever do this without him or with him again. And come on, guys. Like, Darky McDark. Anything Mick is mean. Fatty Mick, fat, Whitey Mick, white. I know. I understand. And I was just saying it to T. It was too aggravating. It was to tune the ears and to say, what did this fool just say? To raise the entertainment value. Think Howard Stern, which I don't know if you guys listen to normally, but that's the gist behind it. Then I have never been more misunderstood in my life than the metaphor I made about ice cream and doo-doo. Okay? Now, I got to clear it up. I didn't say that dark-skinned women to me were doo-doo. That is not what I said. Here's what happened. I was talking about preference. And to me, liking one thing, to me, if I like one thing, it makes it better. But that does not mean, in turn, that liking that one thing means the other options are undesirable. So when Tori kept on taking me saying light skin was what I prefer as a slap in the face to her dark skin, I was like, come on, man. So sarcastically, I was like, so if I like something, it's ice cream, and if I don't, it's doo-doo? That's not saying that light skins are ice cream and dark skins are doo-doo. My metaphor was just to say, really, in a sense of women with me, light skin and dark skin, it's really being like chocolate chip cookie dough versus mint chocolate chip, because they're both ice cream and they're both delicious. I just prefer chocolate chip cookie dough. Okay? So that's what I was trying to say. I know it didn't come across like that, and I have to apologize for how it came across, but we only have a couple minutes to do these. By the time we all three talk, it'd be 20 minutes. So I apologize, and I just ask that you guys give me the benefit of the doubt and don't just be like, he's a monster and get him out of there and ban him. Like, come on, guys. It's not that serious.
And with that, I think you guys just support us. This is, you know, we really feel strong that this can have some legs, that, you know, together, that we could have something amazing on YouTube that could easily be picked up for television. And if not, could just be amazing on YouTube. Go ahead.
I just said boom. That's how I said. That's how I second. You said.
And this is another thing, guys. Like Jay said, we read the comments. We did the old lady story and the grandma, and we went a little bit too hard. And by a little, I mean way overboard. And we realized, like, it's a blessing and curse of being a comedian, is that you can take the funny out of everything. I said this in one of the comments. Me and Jay laughed for the first part of my grandmother's funeral. Like, we're in there laughing until it was our turn to cry. Like, and that's how our family is based. Now, when we first read the story, we're like, this is terrible, this is awful, you know, and then, you know, we process it the comedic way. But sometimes that doesn't come across well on video. And like we said, this is literally the first week, and that's the blessing of YouTube. The audience can tell you that was terrible, do this, do that, you know, all that. And we read the comments. Nate really had to read you guys say all this stuff about him, and he was like hitting me like, and Jay like, dude, you know. So it's not that we don't read them, we do, and we want to make this the best thing as possible, and hopefully, you know, have some success. You guys have any final thoughts?
Yeah. But go ahead, Jay. You lean forward.
My final thoughts is, just as to piggyback what Kev says, support us. support this endeavor. Give us ideas. Keep sending them to us. We want to talk about them. We want to have a good time on the show. I want to comment back and forth. Hit us up on Twitter so we can talk about and just be cool with each other. So one, we can let you guys know what's going on with us in our individual careers, in our professional careers, and doing this. And then two, because we want to holler at y'all and just be cool, because we're regular people that are just trying to do some amazing things. So thanks for the support thus far. It's going to get better. We're going to have fun. We appreciate it. And that's my take on my take. Nathan, close us out.
Yeah, so overall, I just hope that that what I was saying was I hope that the words I'm saying are landing the way that I'm intending for them to land, and that you guys, like, this is a fledgling thing, and I've been a part of some pretty good stuff that got big, and I think that this has more potential than anything I touched already. This could easily go over to TV quickly. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for my take. Give your suggestions and things that would help add to the show. I personally would like to hear who you guys want to have as special guests, because I believe there's 6 degrees of separation around the world. And if there's someone you want to hear their take on a certain topic, you say it, and I'll do my due diligence to try and reach out and get that person. And there is no limit to who, because we are in Hollywood right now. So if you have someone you like, we can't do anything but ask. The worst they can say is no.
They ain't gonna whoop us though.
They ain't gonna whoop us though. And then be on the lookout on the horizon, because Kevin, Jason, and I are working on projects on a couple different fronts. And so you guys got to be open to what we're doing, because we're putting out some great stuff that's not out yet. So I know sometimes you guys don't get the 5 videos a day from Kevin, and you're like, where are the videos? Just understand that we are always working. We are tired because we are trying to entertain you and give you the best of material that we can. So sometimes we may step on your toes, but we don't intend to. Just ride with us.
I think that's a good way to end it, guys. I just want you to know that we are people. I'm a Christian and I'm a comedian. I'm not a Christian comedian. And what that means is I look at the world first. And, I live that. And then we make funny. I live my life, with Christian values. So I've always, had that struggle. People are like, you should only talk about religious stuff. You should only do, and I can never do that. We also live in the world, and we have opinions about the world, So some of you guys may not like that, but that's how I roll. And with that, Nate Jackson, you can hit the music, and we will see y'all next time. Let go.